Hi there, this is Andre Paul. I'm on the Save My Secrets web security research team for 467. This is my week 7 update. So my main responsibility for this week was doing the penetration test for version 1.1 of our web application, and it's live on a GCP VM right now, right here. And so the main tool that I used was something called Burp Suite here, and so kind of the first steps were there's this plugin called Foxy Proxy for Firefox, and then you can have it listen and then capture this packet for any request that you make while that's on, and then specifically the login request, which once you have that right here, then you can basically just copy and paste that into this intruder area for positions, and then you can have wildcards here for the password, like here, and then in here you can configure the payload so that you can do like a word list here, like the 10,000 most common passwords. Using that, we were able to get a 200 response here for password, so that's the credentials for the admin user, which obviously that alone is a vulnerability because it's a weak password and easily guessed, and easily brute forced with a list of common passwords. And then with that, was able to SSH directly into the host server with the same admin credentials, and then digging around could see that there was a MariaDB, that was in the binary directory, so was able to run that, log in with the same credentials, see the user table. All the passwords were stored in plain text, which also is a big vulnerability. They're not hashed or anything like that. And then also just having weak passwords work, as you know, aside from just the admin, also all these other users having weak passwords that are easily guessed. So that's another vulnerability. Also being able to see all of the backend code, most of which is fine, but there was a configuration database file that was visible and publicly available. And then another one is that if you do just manually put in as a GET request, like a user and then a user ID, you get all of their information without being authenticated as that user, which is obviously a vulnerability, and then it could be fixed by like JSON Web Token or some other form of authentication. So yeah, as a summary, basically having stronger passwords overall, specifically for the admin user, maybe different passwords for each admin credentials, like one for the server, one for the database, so that, you know, if one is compromised, then both aren't compromised. Also, definitely the API, being able to just get that user information straight here is a big no-no, so definitely fixing that. And yeah, that's basically it. Also not hashing the passwords. That's another big one. So yeah, that was my week 7. So thanks.